How y'all doing today? This is Carlos Smith. It's been about 2 weeks now since you started our process, so I come to you with this video on how to read and understand the credit report. All right. So the thing that the credit monitoring that I'm demonstrating on is Credit Karma. The reason why I'm demonstrating on it because it's free. You can go to creditkarma.com, pull it for free, and also it updates 7 days and it's very user friendly and it's a good platform to learn how to read credit reports. The bad thing about it is it only shows two bureaus, which is Equifax and TransUnion. It don't show Experian, but if you look at two, it kind of tell you what the third one look like as well. So let's go on into it. Uh, how the credit bureaus determine your credit score. All right, so it's broke down into 6 different parts. All right, so we go to credit. We go to payment history, which is in the green. That makes up most of your credit report, your payment history, which is 35%. So you can miss a payment and you can have a 720. It could drop all the way down low as a 545 if it's a new late payment. Um, then we go to capacity amount. So the capacity amount owed is what they call utilization, right? So the utilization is how much that um, it's the percentage that you owe on the card. Just say if you had $1,000 card, if you had $1,000 card, 30% utilization will be $300 on that card. So you'll have to keep it up under 30% utilization for that card to be in good standings. So you'll have to keep that card up under 300. All right. The next criteria is 15% is the length of credit. So that's your credit history. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more too, which is your credit history. It's like how long have your accounts been open? It's the age of your accounts. So I'm just giving you different terminologies of it. All right, new credit. So now we're talking about inquiries and new accounts. It makes up 10%. So inquiries are usually counted as 1.3 uh, points on your credit. So if you apply for something, you may see your credit go down from 1 to 2 points. Or if an inquiry fall off after the 2 years, you'll see it go up 1 to 2 points. Depends on where it's at. And then the types of credit used. That's another standpoint. Uh, that standpoint is versus installments versus revolving. So installment loans are more like car notes, houses, lines of credit. They mostly come in installment loans. Then you have your credit cards, which you have your store cards. That's a revolving, which is like Macy's or Sears. Then you have like Chase credit cards, or any kind of credit cards that you may get. Discover, Capital One. Those are revolving credit card. All right, so just wanted to let you know that, and now we can go on to what is a good credit score. All right, so now we're looking at credit scores. A lot of people really don't know what a good credit score is. Everybody think 650, 600 is a good credit score. That is a fair credit score, and you hardly can't get approved for anything with that. For as like if you had a business or anything and you're trying to get some finances, a 620 might not get it for you. A 679 might not get it for you. You may get lower limits because you are higher risk. So credit is all about risk. Okay. So right here they say 300 to, well, I'm gonna cut it easy. 300 to 619 is a bad credit score. All right. 620 to 699 is I said decent, but you still gonna be missing out on a lot of opportunity, especially when it comes to interest rates. Interest rates, you won't be getting the best interest rates. And right here they said 700, but I said 720. In my calculation, what I seen is 720 and above our excellent credit scores. You can almost get approved for anything with the best interest rates. All right. Just to show a demonstration of that, uh, we have a person A here and a person B here, and one credit score is 730. Like I said, 720 you get the best interest rate, 720 and above. Then we have one with 599. So I'm thinking like 660 on down, you'll still get that same 4.99 14.99 interest rate, and 720 and above, you'll get this same 1.99 interest rate. So I kind of take a look at that and look at the payments here. The payment differential is like $170 just for having a better credit score, and that's $170 that can be over 12 years. I mean, over 5 year period. So they can really add up. Look at the money that you will be losing. Total interest paid is 1,300 on person A. Total interest paid on person B is $10,921. All right. Total payments paid 2,400. The car was actually 23,000. I mean, and the total payments was 24,000. So that's not much interest. I'd rather be a person A than a person B, which is going to spend uh almost 11,000 over what the car is worth. All right. So just to keep that in mind. So now I want to go through Credit Karma and show you how I navigate through and how I understand how to read these credit reports so that you can understand how to read these credit reports. Okay, so I'm going back to the dashboard. So we have a client here. They have a 638 and a 582. You see the 638 is still in the orange. It'll never be in the green until it start reaching up to the 700s and the 750s. Um, so when it started getting in the yellows around about the 640s, 650s, but like I said, still no good. You have to be practically over there 720 to be able to apply for what you need. So I'm finna go here. I'm finna click into TransUnion. Like I said, it's only TransUnion Equifax, but this is a key piece right here too. This credit report was updated on March the 10th in 2019, so it will not update again till March the 17th, 2019. Every 7 days, this credit report updates. So let's click into here and let's look at these types of accounts. It has a calculator on here to show you that the account's going up, going down. So evidently this client here has picked up a negative account somewhere because she was just at a 659, now it dropped. So let's go here. I want you to look in here to see what changes. When you go in to see what changes, it tells you everything that's been going on with this client. Balance decrease, balance decrease. So her credit's supposed to went up. Balance increase. So she increased one of her cars $1,400 and $1,408 over. Account removed from credit report. So this is why her credit score dropped those 21 points here. It's because she's going up over her utilization and her credit score is dropping. Yeah, so we'll look through here. This is all the changes that the client had since they've been in the program. She had a lot of accounts removed. This is when she first started. Had a lot of accounts removed, a lot of accounts removed. So she's looking pretty good on that. Um, so let's go back up out of here. I just wanted to show you what changes. So if you want to see what we're doing, you go to that bureau and you can go to see what changed, and that'll let you know what's going on and what we have took off or what's been changed on your credit report. All right. So now we want to go to hard increase. She has no hard increase. Uh, that's very good. I think we had already removed all the hard increase, but when you go into the hard increase, let's see if Equifax has some hard increase. Equifax has 6 hard increase. So let's go to Equifax hard increase. All right. So we'll go to it has 6 hard inquiries. We'll go into the inquiry and see what they have. So right here it said Discover Bank inquiry from January 25th, 2018. So it was practically a little bit over a year ago. And then you sometimes have the institution information like Discover Bank. They have their phone number and their contact information where you can contact them if you wanted to dispute it or anything. But I wouldn't do that because you'll only be locking that account in. So let's go back. I want to look at TransUnion some more. I want to look at, now we're going to go to total accounts. All right. Total accounts. All right. In the total accounts, you can look here. It's 9 total accounts. 9 total accounts. And they say it's 1 derogatory mark. and 61% utilization. So evidently, this Bank of America that she got, it was open December 2018. So she just opened this during our program. So she just got approved for that card, and she already working on maxing it out. Uh, let's go here. She had some late payments here on the Mercury First card, which she had for a while. Um, that's about it. But it said 61% utilization. Utilization getting too high. But let's go to total accounts. So we'll go into total accounts. You just click on accounts here, and when you go in, what you'll see all the accounts that this client has. And I always recognize these show closed accounts, because most of the time when they showing closed accounts, most of the time those accounts is showing, and you might need to see if they're negative or they're positive, because if they're closed, they won't be showing a negative or positive on your report, which they could still be reporting negatively and hurting your credit score. So you got to keep mind of that. So look like everything good here. We done cleaned up everything. It look good. Everything look good here. Everything look good here. And let's go to one of these open accounts. We checked all the closed accounts. And they have the last reported date. You always got to look at the last reported date. So the bill usually due anywhere from 5 to 10 days before this reported date here, which is February the 23rd. All right. So the reporting date is February the 23rd on here, 2019. This is the last time it reported. Today is March the 10th. So I said about 13 more days. She got to pay this bill down in 13 more days for her credit score to go back up to that high level. Okay. So we look at the reported date, and then also we're going to look at the date that it was open, December the 27th, 2018. So it actually been open 2 months. Next thing, last payment, she paid it on February the 16th, right before it was due. So that's her due date. Like I said, it's always like 10 days before their bill is due. So it's actually right at 7 days before. All right. And the remarks is very, very, I always look at the remarks on the credit. This right here has no remarks because it's in good standing. But if you ever had a late payment, it'll tell you late times these many days, or if it was a charge off collection, those remarks would be right here. All right. And then you go down to the bottom of that account, it has the creditor's information, Bank of America, El Paso, then it has the phone number for you too, as well. And that's the way the accounts kind of lined up, and you can go through each one of them to check and see if they're in good status. Okay, so now I'm going back to the dashboard. Let's go back into TransUnion, and let's go to the credit age. All right, so the credit age is it's pretty easy to do. What they do is they calculate uh, all the credit divided by how many credit accounts it is. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 different accounts, and they and what they do is they add up these years, the 2.4 months, the 2.2 months, and the 2 months, and the 7 months, and the 7 months, and they divide them by how many accounts, and that's how they come out with the average age. And when you go in, you'll see the age on these accounts as well. October, it will tell you when it was actually open, and it'll tell you 2 years and 4 months. So the credit age is pretty simple to read and pretty simple to understand. So now we want to go back and we want to go to derogatory account. So we got a public record here that we are going to remove. Public records take a little longer sometimes, but she has a public record here that we're removing, and it was reported on January the 9th, 2013. So it hasn't been reported since January the 9th. So it's running behind. So it's probably finna get ready to fall off right now. Probably be in dispute, getting ready to fall off. But they have the institution information, which is U.S. Bank Court, and I just checked that out. But it's about over with for that one. And we already went through credit card usage. Now we can go to payment history. All right, so she had 7 missed payments on this card here. We've been disputing it. she don't want to let it go. So we've been fighting towards the late payments. Uh, Late payments are almost impossible to remove, but you'll have to call and get with the creditor to see will they remove those late payments. Usually if you have one or two, they'll remove, but when they're like this, most likely they're not going to remove it. So the only thing that can really correct itself is time. So if she go like 2 years without missing a payment, and then these payments won't seem so bad because she'll seem like she on the right track, and creditors will respect that. All right. So that's what it is. And like I said, with the remarks, this worst payment status 60 to 89 days late. So that's how you read that. And so reading a credit report from Credit Karma is pretty simple, as you can see. It was one more thing that I forgot to go over with you is public is your personal information. You have to go over your personal information here. So what you do is it's from the home page. You see this? I just clicked on. Let's go all the way back. So if I say anything about personal information, you'll understand. So we'll go there. We'll click on that, and then we'll slide down. You got your credit factors here, and then you have credit report here. So you click on credit report, and you have to do it from computer. She has only one address here, so she's doing pretty good with that one address. She had two or three names, so one of these names is going to have to be uh, removed, and most likely it's this name up under the bottom here. So, um, and that's about it. And and I thank you so much for joining this webinar on how to read a credit report. If you have any more questions, you always can call the office. The number is 888-676-7333, and it's option 2. Thank you so much.